Everyone. First and foremost, for the vast majority, if not every single one of us in this hall, the focus over the next 11 days must be the success of the 30th of November. A great deal will hinge on the scale and militancy of the strike action by Unison members of the NUT and other teaching unions, civil servants in the PCS, and indeed amongst the managers in the civil service. But I want to take us back a little more than a year in time, since this is a session focused on the global struggle against austerity. 12 to 13 months ago, the streets of France, week in and week out, witnessed huge demonstrations. And what was the issue? An increase in the retirement age, which the regime of Nicolas Sarkozy was attempting to impose on the French working class. I think there are some important lessons, both positive and negative, to be learned from that particular struggle for the 30th of November and beyond. Because I think there are very few of us in this room who have illusions that N30 in and of itself will secure a victory, a real victory in the pension struggle, much less start to turn the tide against the Condem coalition's offensive on behalf of neoliberalism and on behalf of finance capital. So the balance sheet. On the plus side, we saw industrial workers involved. We saw pickets outside oil refineries. We also saw secondary school students shut down and occupy the lycée. And it seems to me a no-brainer that very, very few trade union leaders in this country have put forward the argument that the retirement age should not be increased, not least because there is a crisis of youth unemployment with more than 1 million young people aged 18 to 24 out of jobs. The French secondary school students spontaneously saw that raising the retirement age would only worsen the problem of youth unemployment. So we saw a multi-ethnic, multi-racial struggle in France. And it carried on for weeks with a degree of militancy which frankly we've not seen in this country yet, and indeed for a very, very long time indeed. Since, let's face it, most of us who are leading struggles in the unions at the moment are steeped in defeats over the last quarter century, 30 years in Britain. Now, what happened in France? Well, at the end of the day, I think the French working class actually inflicted a major wound on Sarkozy, but did not win the immediate struggle. The retirement age was raised. And why was that? I think that's because the failure, the refusal of the leaderships of the main union confederations in France to actually escalate the struggle to general strike proportions on a sustained basis. We are a long, long way away from that at the moment in Britain. But if the 30th of November is a resounding success, that will undoubtedly boost the confidence of ordinary workers to come out again, as they will have to do, just to secure a pensions victory, I believe, early in the new year. And with that in mind, I would strongly urge any interim steering committee that emerges from this convention to bring forward the date for the next meeting from March of 2012 to late January or February of 2012, and give us the opportunity to actually argue the way forward. Because it's not going to come from the likes of Dave Prentice. That is only too clear. And in fact, well, we have recently, this week, from the National Union of Teachers Executive, a clear position about a rolling program of strikes. It's crucial that that debate be broadened out across the whole movement, starting from the base. Thank you very much.